Peace family. So I'm back with another one, you know what I'm saying? So today what I wanted to do was I wanted to discuss living life as a targeted individual and constantly being under the eyes and the watch and the pressures of the system and your peers, you know what I'm saying? So it's one thing dealing with the system being a targeted individual, you know what I'm saying? You kind of expect the system to not have your best interests at heart. You kind of expect the worst from the system, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you go into the pool and you jump in, you're gonna get wet. You're expecting to get wet. So it's like, it's no different with the system. But I think the issue comes in at is where being a targeted individual and having to deal with your peers, your friends, family, everybody in that manner, you know what I'm saying? And the people that's trying to get in the picture with you or get close to you, you know what I'm saying? So like, when you target it, it almost makes you have to like double your guards and shields, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, depending on what phase you in and how hard the attacks are coming, it's gonna almost make it feel like everybody is trying to attack you. You know, that may not always be the case. Sometimes it's just due to, you know, our own traumas that we created and mixing that with actually being a targeted individual. So you have to get yourself more self-aware and self-control so that way you can manage your energy better and you can process these situations a lot better. Always look at everything like a computer. I'm a computer, you know what I'm saying? They mimic the computer from us. So when we run into beings, we have to process them. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it judging, but it's processing. But processing can lead to judging. But everybody isn't trying to attack you. Sometimes it's just your healing process that you have to go through. And because you haven't really gained control or full understanding of what's actually going on to the full extent, you'll almost feel like everyone is attacking you. A lot of the times, some of the times, I ain't gonna say a lot of the times, some of the times it be our own battles. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just be we not in the best position sometimes, or sometimes somebody may say the wrong words, you know what I'm saying, when we may not be in the best space. Now, we could take those as attacks, or we could just take those as, hey, this is how I am building up my temple to be as strongest as possible. You know what I'm saying? So every time I run into a situation with a being and they throw some witchy shit out there, I'm usually just trying to focus more on myself, my energy, and making sure that I'm responding outwardly and not reacting to what's being said or what's being thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? Some people everybody processors don't work at the same speed. So some people may need 10 to 15 to 20 minutes to process. Other beings like me may only need like 2 to 3 minutes, if not a lot less, to process. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on your own processor and how much work you've been putting in with yourself. When you target it, you'll know the signs when you are being targeted. If one of these entities is using a vessel beside you, or if they're using another tactic to kind of try to divert your energy. So like for me, I had a situation where I set my phone on the computer, watched a movie or two, went back to my phone, I hadn't touched it, and all of a sudden my shit was locked. My phone had been locked for an hour. Usually 1-2 tries is usually like a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but my shit was a whole hour. And instead of me getting mad or frustrated with it, I was just like, I already understand they have access to all of this, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm going crazy, or oh, this is what a coincidence. Like, they probably accessed my shit, tried to, and it got disabled, or they disabled that shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't using it at the time, but it's like, that kind of weird shit will kind of have you thinking that you're crazy or you're in some other kind of space. You know what I'm saying? And it also is due to the energy that you're around. You have to be mindful of the energy that you're around. That goes for the beings that you're around and the locations that you're around and the technology that you have around you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be mindful of all these dumb TVs and dumb microwaves and refrigerators and these dumb cameras on these TVs. I mean, on the doorbells that everybody want to get, so that way you making it easier for the other motherfuckers to track you. Y'all motherfuckers getting these doorbells, I hope you are not a target individual. I'm assuming most target individuals are not following the wave of getting these doorbell cameras. We already understand that that's another way for them to access when I come and go. They can literally see when I come and go, whether they want to track me and follow me to do something to me, or whether they would want to access my space where I'm living at, because they can just see when I leave out. We are super mindful of all these tactics and stuff that the enemy uses, that the system uses. But the twist comes in at the families, the spouses, the relatives, all of these things, because now your feelings are also being involved. And you cannot deny your feelings. You have to acknowledge your feelings. And that's where they figured out the easiest way for them to work their magic is so that way they don't have to do it. They'll just set the situation up so that way the families, whoever's the head of the families, are creating these situations and circumstances. So they are controlling our house from outside of our house, but they're still in our space. You know what I'm saying? So when you out here and you targeted moving around, you have to be extremely alert and aware and use your discernment and your processor. You know what I'm saying? Like the computers, you have to use your processor to your best of abilities. Everybody isn't out to get you, but there is a lot of entities out here that would like to pull you down or watch you self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? And the easiest ones to get to you to do it are the ones that's closest to you. It's harder for a stranger to come up to you and to make you care about some witchy shit that they saying. You know what I'm saying? When you could have a relative or somebody who try and talk to you, it could be a male or a female trying to talk to you, and they coming at you with some witchy shit. You know what I'm saying? They have easier access to you, closer to you, not just vessel wise, but they're closer to your feelings, your energy that's in motion. They are closer to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important for us to be in charge of our feelings, our energy and motion, keep all our chakras aligned. You know what I'm saying? That is huge. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your chakras aligned is huge. It's huge. And I did a video on the butterflies in the stomach, you know what I'm saying? And how that's really your solar plex chakra. You know, and it's not really butterflies, but it should be aligned. When these things start going off, it's telling you, hey, pay attention to me. So this is what we have to start doing more as targeted individuals, and not paying attention to these other lower vibrational beings who are just saying, oh, you're crazy, or oh, this is what's the other word they fucking use for crazy? not just did a video on it, and my whole thing is just going blank, just even trying to get back down to that vibration down there to pull up a word. It's mind-blowing. But yeah, we got to stay away from them frequencies as much as possible. But when we dip in them frequencies, we have to understand that we're on those frequencies and that we are maneuvering on those frequencies. If you understand, overstand that that's the frequency that you're operating on, then you're going to be more direct when maneuvering on that frequency. You know what I'm saying? So we pay attention. People that's trying to get close to you, trying to talk to you, get in the door. Pay attention to the relatives that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to your parents. Pay attention to your siblings. You know what I'm saying? All of these are like easy accesses to targeted individuals and chosen ones to get to your feelings or your emotions, to kind of get you bent up out of shape or to twist it the way they would like to twist it. You know what I'm saying? The whole purpose of this whole thing is to get us to self-destruct if they're not going to destroy us, which no weapon formed is going to prosper. It don't matter how many times they try to do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's been proven over and over and over again that, hey, you could try to trip me, but as soon as you trip me, I'm going to catch my feet and then I'm going to take off and I'm going to be going that way still. Like, he didn't do anything for me. So I ain't want to run up too long. I just wanted to drop something down there for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tapping everything down below. And I appreciate all the love and support. Everybody coming over from TikTok. You know what I'm saying? All my new subscribers that's been just pulling in from YouTube. Everybody showing love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it all. I'm a vessel for the creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here doing my part. Peace and love to the kings and queens.